Hello, Alex here. I'm just going to continue on where we left off with setting up the server and setting up a site on the server. We've completed the site provision and the multi-site setup. Our next phase is to start uploading the plugins that we need to configure Ultimio and BuddyBoss. So we're going to go, we're in the network admin. So just go to dashboard and click on plugins and add new. So we're going to upload a plugin. Let me see here. I have a file. So we're just going to drag Ultimio here so we can install that. So we're going to click install now. We're going to network activate it. And it takes us to a wizard. So we're just going to click let's go. It's asking a couple questions here. Enable registration, yes. Enable domain mapping. We're not going to turn that on now because we're not going to talk about custom domains in this tutorial. I'm not going to set up any active gateways as of yet. I'm just going to put this to 7 so I don't forget for the trial period. I'm going to save this and continue. Everything else should stay as default. Custom domain support, it'd be good just to set this up just in case, but basically this is going to put a PHP file in your WP content directory. It should just copy automatically, and I guess it just puts it there for you. And then you want to check your configuration, and everything seems to work out pretty much good. And we're going to click continue. It's going to ask you if you want to set up your own or a template site that they're going to create for you. We don't need to do that now. Import some default plans to have something to work with. No, we're going to go through that here. So let's continue. You have the option to upload your own logo. We're not going to do that. Save and continue. And then agree and continue. And then we're going to go to the dashboard. Alright, so I guess that's the wizard. Let's go and install the BuddyBoss plugin. So let's go install or add new. Let's upload another plugin. Let's upload the BuddyBoss platform plugin. Install that. Alright, so we don't want to network activate it. We're going to update BuddyBoss Platform Pro. I think this is for the Zoom integration, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, so we're not going to network activate this one either. And let's add in the themes. So let's add a new theme. Let's upload. Alright, so BuddyBoss theme. Put that there. Install. Alright, we're not going to network enable this one either. Just going to add a new one. Let's upload another one. This time this is going to be the child theme. This is the one that we're going to activate on the site. So that should work fine. Let's go to the themes page. So both of those are there. Ultimio is set up. Let's go to the settings for Ultimio so we can go to network settings and set up all the different features here that we can configure. So block front-end access, highly recommend you click that. If you save that, they give you an option for a grace period. I normally do 90 days to be make my customers happy, but you can make that 30, 60, or 90 days, or however many days you want, the grace period if they stop paying their subscription. Enable multiple sites per user. I normally disable this for a BuddyBoss perspective. Their subscription they're going to get should just be for one BuddyBoss site, but that's up to your discretion. Enable visit limitation and counting. I'll just leave that there. If you want to enable, if you want to say, hey, if your subscription only allows 2,000 users to visit, then you can enable that if you want. This can also be overridden by a subscription that you create or a plan that you create here. Pricing options, I just leave all this checked. This is default, it's good. Default billing option monthly. Enable registration. Basically, you can change the registration URL to register and log in. I think this is suffice as far as the default. Obfuscate the original login URL. This is highly referred due to the fact how popular WordPress is. If anybody finds out you're using WordPress, they can take the WP login and try to brute force it to log in. Ultimio has the ability to obfuscate it, to hide it, so that nobody can access it directly, to prevent brute force attacks, as they say here. So it's good. Auto log use after registration. Yeah, I think that's something you would need for user experience. Default administrator role. I think this is the best option. I don't suggest any other one because it gets kind of difficult to deal with BuddyBoss if it's not administrator. Add users to the main site as well. I would say no. The main site is the first site in your sub-site, and you probably don't want them to be added to this one for various reasons, so just leave that unchecked. Skip plan selection step. This refers to when they actually click the plan that we create, does it show the option to click the plan selection if you have more than one. So this is up to your discretion if you want to have that, but it only applies if you only have one plan available. So that's up to your discretion. Limit registration by country. I guess we're just gonna put that to United States, so that we restrict it to just United States customers. Enable domain selection or sign up. We only have one domain that people can use for the subdomain to put a prefix in front of that, so we don't need to set that up. Enable coupon codes. Definitely would recommend that. I use that personally for my WAS. Enable terms of service. Recommend that. When you save it, there's going to be another box, editor box that comes up where you can actually put in your terms of service. Next is allow template selection. If you have more than one BuddyBoss type site, then yeah, this makes sense, but you could just leave that as default. Allow template switching. I currently have this turned off due to the fact that the data is lost after a switch, as the data from the new template is copied over. So if they buy a subscription and their site is deployed and they want to switch templates, it's going to overwrite the whole site, users, groups, everything. So I would highly recommend not using this feature, or else people will kind of get upset. So next is allow users to use their own site as templates. I'm disabling this because I'm not allowing people to create their own sites on the platform. They need to buy a subscription to use a template to do so. So uncheck that one. Allow template filtering. If you have more than one template, this is helpful, so you could just leave it there just in case you do. Allow template selection top bar. On Ultimio, there is the ability to allow your template to be used as a demo inside of an iframe. At the top of the iframe, they put a top bar that you can change the screen resolution for different devices and whatnot, and that's a good way to advertise whatever product you're doing. In this case, this works with Ultimio, so I highly advise to leave that on. Enable screenshot scraper. This feature doesn't work well with BuddyBoss, at least in my case. It might work for you, it might not. We can manually upload a screenshot of the site in the settings. I'll show you that later, but just in case, you could just leave that checked. Copy media on template duplication. This is referring to when you're actually creating your template, right? You might install files. BuddyBoss has its own images and graphics that you want to kind of copy over when they purchase a plan and it copies a template. You want to have those files with it, so keep that checked most definitely. Prevent search engines from indexing site templates. I've in my experience, leaving this off is the best option due to when the template gets copied, it actually copies the metadata that prevents search engines from indexing sites as well. So I don't think that's appropriate. But if it works in your favor, go ahead and see if that works for you. Upgrade and downgrade. So move posts on downgrade. So if select how you want to handle the post above the quota on downgrade. So if they downgrade if you have multiple plans and they want to downgrade to a lower pricing tier, but the amount of data they have stored on their site is greater than the downgraded plan, what do you want to take place? So I just leave it as do nothing, or else you would have to figure out how to delete data, move to trash or convert to drafts. Is these two options here? So up to your discretion. Same with block site on downgrade. Choose how WP Ultimo should handle client sites above their planned quota on downgrade. So I just keep site as is to alleviate any confusion or support issues and stuff like that. So up to your discretion. Search and replace doesn't really work with BuddyBoss, unfortunately. I think that if you're a coder, it could work out well, but other than that, I just kind of leave that as is. WordPress overwrite, I normally turn off. I don't enable the plugins or the users menu for my WAS users, so I'll definitely leave that unchecked, or else they can edit this information. So up to your discretion as well on what you want your customers to be able to do. So let's save these changes. And like I said, you can put in some text here for the terms of service. Just put example terms, and then I can save that so you can see what that looks like. And so yeah, that's that. Then we have domain mapping and SSL. We're not actually going to be doing that, so just going to disable custom domains there because we're not going to be doing that, and we'll save the changes there. Payment gateways, basically you'll put in all the information about what type of payment gateway you're going to be doing. Manual, PayPal, or Stripe. When you click it and save, it shows what you need to put in for your site. You have to put this in Stripe and the gateway on the Stripe dashboard, and allow all this stuff to work. So I'll let you guys do that. And emails. One of the good things about Ultimio is that it actually does some of the emails BuddyBoss uses as well. So I can officially enable or disable certain types of emails. So we're going to go over this later on, but BuddyBoss, when BuddyBoss registers a user, the user gets two different emails, one from Ultimio and one from BuddyBoss. So we have to disable some of the Ultimio emails that BuddyBoss sends out, because Ultimio doesn't have much styling to their stuff, but BuddyBoss does. So that's something to remember that I want to make sure that we do from a BuddyBoss perspective. Styling, logo, and other things related to the template selection top bar, and so forth. And if we go to tools, this is just webhook stuff. If you want to integrate this with Zapier or some other integration technology, you could do that as well. Advanced is remove transients. I wouldn't advise to do this. Just leave this as is. And you can export your settings and import it to another site if you need to. And I think this is just you put your license key and so forth. So that's that. The next tutorial we're going to talk about BuddyBoss. So I'll see you guys then. Thanks.